Hello, hello, hello. What is up? How is everybody doing? You got two of me. There it is. What is going on, everybody? It is a little bit different. You're just going to have to bear with me for 1 second as I set this up. This is going to be fun. So, for those of you that are new here, essentially this is the other channel, right? This is a channel that I kind of created to do a little bit of comedy here and there, and then it kind of blossomed into something else. But I was just live on Twitch and we had discussed this, and apparently people want to see this. Why no Twitch? The reason why I didn't do Twitch, Ryan, is because, well, this platform, we don't have a problem. There's not going to be any lag. There's going to be no delay. And why not do it here? Plus we can't really get sidetracked by too much donations. We're just kind of open. So it seems to be a little bit better. It's very difficult to read people's names, though. That's gonna be different. I have to set all these up. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, let's get this jumped off. Basically, what it is let me just configure all this right here. Move this aside. Basically, what this show is it is experimental. People will be able to call in. Now, you'll get sent a link if you want to do it, and then you tell me your problem, and I try to diagnose it or give you my advice as to how you could fix the situation that you're in. I don't know how well this is going to go. I do know that a couple people wanted to tell the situation, but I can't really do it where you'll be able to type in the "What's up, Randy?" Where you'll be able to type in the chat, because it's very difficult for me to follow that way because a lot of people would be typing. So the best way for me to do this would be for you to actually get the link. You click it. You were able to disable the video, correct, Brie?
Yeah,
Just
or the microphone.
or the microphone. So you'll get a link, and then you could just disable the video, and then just share audio. So that wouldn't be a problem. And then that's how we're gonna have to do it, because I don't know how else you would call in to where people can hear the story. So if you want to come in the show to tell me about your problems, and I'll try to give you my advice, now would be the time to do it. Jan, need help? I posted in Discord if you are willing to. Um, sure. Adam, do you want me to send you the link right now to join? Hey, Pedro? What'd you do? Change your name? Look at you. Dan, what's going on, brother? So, Adam, if you want me to send you the link, I could send you the link. You click it, you set it up, and then you're just gonna auditorily audit auditors. Oh God, audibly tell me your issue, or you could share your camera. It doesn't matter. Yes, I am a shrink. I'm certified, Ricky. Certified. I got my PhD in. Actually, let me find it. Hold on. Where's the degree?
I put it away.
Oh, you put it away?
Yeah.
You gonna figure it out when you're done with the sticker?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the filing cabinet.
I'll show you my degree once we get this jumped off. I'm not fussed about join, but I can message out. Yeah, Adam, that's not going to work because I don't want to do it. It doesn't add. It adds zero context just reading a message. Plus the realness of it. If we're going to take somebody's story that they could just post from Reddit or somewhere else, if no one joins, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. No matter how. I just figured we'd give this a try because people want, I guess, to hear my opinion on certain things via political or whatever the case may be. So this is the platform we're going to do it on. It's less filtered than others. Bill Hubbard, what's up, brother? Do I have a link? Yes, Adam. Would you like me to send it to you? I will send it to you right now. Oh, let me get it. Stand by 1 second. Show interview window. All right, are you ready for it, Adam? I will send it now. This should be fun. Put this interview window over here. I don't know why I'm nervous for. I'm nervous in my own shit. There you go. There you go, Adam. That is the link. You can click that and you can disable the video. You can make it so it's just audio. You can do whatever you like to your heart's desire. I'm sure that will come up, Ricky. I'm sure it will. There we go. Stand by. All right, now give me a second there, Adam. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. Yourself?
I'm in bed at the minute.
That's okay. As long as you don't show your nipples or your crotch, you're totally fine. So what's going on, brother?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So where are you from? UK?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, you're gonna have to turn off the background, lower down the volume a little bit there, just so I can hear. Just what happened? He disconnected. You have to. Okay, so if you're gonna call in, right, you have to disable whatever you're listening to me on and listen to me on just this, not that. So we'll try that again, Adam. That was good. I liked your nipples for that half a second that I saw them. They were very nice. Thank you for telling the story. Is there anybody else that would like to come in and tell me their story? You can tell me a story. You can ask my advice. You can do whatever you like. What's going on, Oliver? Thank you all for joining the membership here. This is experimental, but I feel like this is going to go good. Obviously, the first time we do it, it's going to be a little rough. But I saw a nip too, but it went away real quick. Sorry, there's no J here, Joel. I think you're looking for a different channel. Hello, Brian Nickel. Off to a very good start, yes. Adam, I don't know what happened, but the link is still there, but you went away. So if you're telling the story to yourself, you're not here. Yes, I can. Let me send you another link. But Adam, make sure you don't close it out. And again, you don't have to share video. That's totally fine if you do audio. It doesn't matter. I just need the realist side of it. I think it's the same link. Yes, it's the same link. Just click the link again. I feel good. Yeah. All right. Well, yes, Ricky, within some like if I know who you are, then yeah, you can. You could come on, you could tell me your story, tell me what you typically it's like an advice like Dear Maddie. I think that's what it is, or Dear Abby. I don't know who Maddie is, but she can get it. Okay. All right. Add to my right. There you are again. Hello, Adam. Are we good now?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Okay. So where are you from? UK?
UK.
Okay. I see.
Nottingham.
Nottingham. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
So what are you calling in for today? What's going on, man?
So what I was saying was, I've been having issues with my girlfriend. I've been speaking to Bogdan about it on Discord.
Okay.
On about like she suffers from anxiety and depression. She's on medication for it, but every now and again, without any trigger that I know of, she will say sorry or just things like that.
Right.
It can be a bit of a struggle sometimes.
Okay. So you said this is your girlfriend?
Yeah.
And she takes medication. So you're wondering how you could get her off of the medication? or
No, I just want to know how to just chill her out, really.
chill her out. Okay. How long you been with her for?
About 18 months.
Is it a serious relationship?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Is it an open relationship?
No,
It's not open, so it's pretty sealed up.
no.
Okay. Um. So the anxiety, is it usually triggered by something, or does it just
Well,
happen
this is
sporadically?
what I was saying to Bogdan, that I'm not too sure what the triggers are.
Okay. Has she been to a doctor?
It's a real struggle trying to figure that out, and that's the issue.
How old is she, if you don't mind me asking?
33.
33. A lot of it. Now, is this a recent thing? These anxiety?
No, since we started going out, um, she's been having issues.
Do you think that it has anything to do with you and your relationship with her?
No, it was the same from the start.
Okay. Okay. So it's new anxiety. Do you guys go out a lot? Like, I know in UK you guys are probably suffering from the corona thing, so you're probably stuck inside. Yes?
Um, yeah, but as I say, it's been since day dot. We've been together for 18 months, so around about what 13, 14 months of that,
Okay.
we haven't been in isolation or anything.
Okay. Well, what do you guys do on your free time? Like when you guys spend time together, what do you do?
Well, when we do see each other, we'll be doing anything. Like, for instance, we went to the safari park recently. We went on a haunted night at a prison. Just, we get out, we spend time together. Just relax.
Okay, so but
It's
you
not
got
like we're cooped up inside and all that kind of stuff.
right, but do you guys so you guys don't live together? It's just kind of like a boyfriend
No,
girlfriend type of thing.
yeah. So she's living with her parents at the minute because she's trying to save money so that we can move in together. Hopefully, starting next year.
Okay, but why do we have to find a reason for the anxiety? Unless, of course, it brings her to a debilitating state to where she doesn't.
It does.
It does. So
Yeah,
essentially, it's we're talking panic attack type of thing.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, okay. All right, that's a little bit different. That's a different situation. Now you know that I'm not a doctor, so I can't actually give you a prescription. Plus, you're in a different country,
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
but I will tell you this. I will tell you this. As far as anxiety is concerned, I think everybody at some point in their life has suffered from anxiety, whether it is debilitating or it's just a day in the life you see something that you don't want to see. I would honestly, it's hard because when you're dealing with anxiety, as far as her being concerned, it gets to a point where you feel like you're going to die. You feel like your heart's going to stop, and you don't know whether or not to determine that from something that is real or if it's a mind over matter thing. So, and I could tell you firsthand, being I don't want to say I suffer from anxiety, but whatever, my situation is totally relevant here, but well, in a sense it's not, because when I have anxiety I don't like when people talk to me, and most people don't like that either, because it heightens the anxiety. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it could be the situation to where something happens that triggers it, and then you asking her if she's okay, or you try to coddle her or hold her to make her feel better, that's actually making it worse. And I think that's just a matter of time figuring that out. But if you said this has been going on for 14 months, why is she not seeing a psychologist about this? I don't know if I'd recommend a psychiatrist, but a psychologist I would.
Well, she's done some CBT training, some cognitive behavioral therapy,
Okay.
um, and I feel like she did it because she had to rather than she wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like she brought nothing away from it, even though they were giving her ways to cope with the anxiety, with the episodes that she has, where she's really self-doubtful. And yeah, it's hard to help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves, and that seems
Absolutely.
to be the issue.
Absolutely. Would you say that she does she have these anxiety attacks when she's all alone and she's not with you?
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Have
But
you guys not
this
talked
is the
about?
thing. She doesn't have it when I'm with her. Um, like as soon as she leaves, I'll be getting phone calls saying, "Oh, you deserve somebody better," or um, just things like that. And
Sure,
it's
the
really
doubt.
really hurtful to hear because I don't want it to think that. But
Right.
yeah, it's usually the separation. When she's off to go home or when she's at work, that's when she'll start panicking.
So it's events that trigger it. It's not so random then. It's not like she'll just be working and then all of a sudden have it. It'll be certain things that trigger it. Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense, but it's like she'll have a couple of days where she's fine, and then out of nowhere she'll have a full day of being doubtful and you know practically hating herself and thinking that she's not good enough for anybody or
See,
she's doing the worst job
see
when
that
because in fact she's a nurse and she's really good at her job. And I don't know if maybe that factors into it because she works in a cancer ward. So
it sounds
it's
more.
hard to say whether or not it's the occupation as well.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds more like depression than it does anxiety, and that the depression may be causing the anxiety, being overwhelmed with the sadness. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, the best advice that I have for you is honestly seek medical help. That's the best advice because I can't tell somebody what to do to be to be better. Or as far as I could tell you what I would do if I was you, and that would be to be supportive and knowing what it's like to have anxiety or know people that have anxiety. I just know that talking to these individuals as they're having these panic attacks or this anxiety, it makes it more difficult. Usually, again, I can't speak for everybody else, but the best advice I would have is, I know this is going to sound like such a cliche, is really ask her what you could do to help. But if she calls you in doubt of your relationship or her sadness about, whatever it may be, I would say to be the opposite of that, to encourage happiness, to bring more things that make her happy, whether that's you going out to the movies or whatever. I just feel like it's
We do it. We do that all the time. Like we do spend quality time together because she's got a son from a previous relationship. I know that he doesn't help the situation. He's a piece of shit, um, but yeah, it she just struggles, and we do spend time together. Like obviously, we haven't been able to go to the cinema recently because of the Chinese virus, but whenever we can, we'll go out. We went to the zoo a couple of weeks ago. I'd say the other day we spent a night in an abandoned prison. Um, in on Halloween, we're going to a place called Alton Towers, which is a theme park that's open overnight for Halloween, things like that. So it's not like we don't do things together and have quality time. It just seems that she struggles with the time that we, you know, are apart. But she is on medication. She's on fluoxetine. I think it's 100 milligrams twice a day, I believe, which is fairly high dosage, but it just doesn't seem
do
to
it.
help. So I'm always asking if she's feeling okay or if she's definitely on a medication. And it's hard to gauge when she's going to have an episode and when she's not.
Right. Yeah, it's tough, man, especially when it comes to the medicine, because medicines are, well, there's, a lot of things in America that I can't speak about because I'm not a doctor, so I don't hold a degree, so I can't recommend medicine. But I will tell you my own opinion that I feel that a lot of the anxiety that we have is just a matter of overwhelmed with something and just kind of taking a sit back and just whether that is uh I got to be careful about what I say here. Whether that is to relax and do something that causes that pain to go away. Um, it's just a tough one, man. It's a tough scenario that you're in. It's a tough scenario that she's in.
I know.
It's a matter of coping. That's what it is.
Well, I was going to say Bogdan's been helping me as well, so
That's good. That's good.
that's fine.
So if I can't help you, then you seek refuge in other people, other hazers, and I'm sure that they will help you.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, Adam. Thank you for coming by, brother, and hopefully I
No
can.
problem. Thank you
I,
very much.
I thank you for getting that off of your chest, brother. As much as the rest of that hair needs to go away too, there's a lot there. All right, take it easy,
All
Adam.
right, I'll see you later.
All right, brother. All right, so there's one. That's the best advice that I could give, really, for the anxiety situation. If somebody else wants to come on, tell me their story, tell me something that you're dealing with, that you need help, you need a little bit of Jesus, a little bit of prayer, just hit me up. I'll touch base, send you a link. You can come on, tell me your story. Make sure that you're dressed accordingly. Don't show off your nipples or curse exorbitantly. That's not needed. But for anxiety, it is rough, man. Everybody suffers from their own little bit of anxiety. Some people deal with it other ways. Some people self-medicate. I would never, ever recommend somebody to self-medicate for a lot of reasons. I don't think that it's not good, because what happens when that self-medication that you do, albeit alcohol or marijuana, whatever it may be, what happens when that's not available? You're not able to deal with that. So having to rely on something is not always the best option. It's not. So yeah, I'll take another person. I got something. Sean, can you Sean Condor, that looks like a hazer, but if not, if you could send me a message on Facebook, I will send you a link. Facebook is fine, Discord is fine, email is fine. I prefer Discord if you are a hazer. If not, and you're just a random person, just send me a message on Facebook, or you can send me an email, jhaze@icloud.com, and I will send you the link. You need help, Jay. Okay, Jessica. Well, let me get Sean first, and then I will get you Jessica on the next one. So I'll wait on that. But yeah, anxiety is a tough one. I think generally at this time and where we're at with all these places being closed, I hate to point the finger at Corona. Where we're at with all this, it just really heightens a lot of things, because you can't go out, you can't go do things that would normally relax you. You're not able to do certain things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ricky. It's never a good idea. Now, if you self-medicate, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to say that you're doing it wrong. I just myself, my opinion would be that I would not recommend that, because it's not. It usually turns out bad, right? You rely very heavily on something. Sean, I'm waiting on your message. I haven't gotten anything, so I'm just going to shoot it over to the next person, which would be Jessica. Jessica, I know who you are. I am going to send a link, and then you can join up, and here we go. Let's do it. So go ahead and click that link, and you are good to go. What's going on, Sean? So if you have a problem. Okay, Sean, I will get you after this one. Jessica is setting it up, and I'll get you right after her. Stand by 1 second. All right, Jessica. So what do you got? What do you say? What do you do? Welcome to the show. Keep it real. Don't be too rigorous with the cursing. Tell me what your problem is, and I'll tell you if I can diagnose it and fix it. What do you got?
Okay. One of my exes, he works for me at our job,
Okay.
and we broke up for a very specific reason, and he did some very fucked up shit. Excuse my language, but um, he just approached me a couple days ago saying that he wants to get back together.
Okay.
How do I tell him no? I don't want to be with him again without
This
being evil.
Sure, this is a good thing. So the first to answer your question immediately, without digging too much into the relationship, I've always used this method that exes are usually exes for a reason. If it didn't work out the first time, it's probably not going to work out the second time. And if it did work out, let's just say it worked out for a long time. You were together with somebody for 6, 7 years, whatever. How long were you with this individual for?
On and off for 5 years.
5 years. Wow. That okay, so that answers your question. You just said on and off for 5 years. Why would you want to go back to the on and off again with that individual? right? But you're saying automatically you don't want to be with this person anyway. So
No,
how do you tell them you don't want to be with them? So he works for you or he works with you at this job?
he works for me. I'm the manager. He's a driver.
Oh. So have you been flirtatious with this individual?
No, I try to avoid him at all costs.
So there's no any kind of sexual connotations or anything exchange where he would be like, "Oh, I just got to get back in that booty." Like that wouldn't be a thing.
No, nothing like that. I try to avoid him at all costs because here, let me just inform you on this. As you know, I have my daughter.
Right.
Um, he kicked me and my daughter out on the streets when she was 3 months old.
Oh. Okay, so you were living with him at one time with you and your child.
Yeah, he was actually with me when I had her. He's not the biological father, but me and him got together while I was pregnant.
Okay.
He called her his child and everything else.
Okay.
Um, we got
Um,
into a fight and then he kicked me and my daughter out.
so why did you end up why did you guys end up what was the final straw that was drawn as to why the relationship ended?
Um, I was suffering from postpartum depression and we got into a major fight and I pretty much told him he could go fuck himself and anybody that walked.
Okay. Hmm. But now he wants to get back with you, even that situation. And I'm assuming he's offering things to change with the new relationship, if you will. That everything's going to change. I'm going to go back to what we were originally. Have you ever thought that maybe he is just? Well, I don't even think it's a matter of you doubting whether or not to get back with him. You don't want to be back with him, and that is 100% a certainty. Correct?
Correct.
So maybe if you're his manager, this might sound a little far fetched. If you tell him that he continues to persist on trying to get with you, that you're going to fire him for sexual harassment.
That would
Because
work.
it would work. It would work because that, even if you weren't his manager, that would work. Especially being in the States, it's something that's really big. So I would 100%. I don't even think it's a matter of threatening. I would just say, if you continue this, I'm going to have to fire you for harassing me. You could even go as far as getting the cops involved if you want to go the legal route. But I would definitely put that on the tables. If you don't knock this off, sexual harassment is where we're at right now. So I don't want to be with you. I don't bring up the past. Don't say I wasn't happy then. Look, it didn't work out before. It's not going to work out this time. Nothing is going to change. We've been together on and off for five years. You said 5 years and some change,
Yeah.
on and off. So it's just not going to work. So you need to stop, or this is going to go the legal route. I think that would shut most men up. Usually, men are very persistent, right? It's not like a woman. You say, "Hey, I'm not interested." They whatever, you back off. Men are going to continually try. They're going to continually try to get into that booty. So it's just a matter of, hey, listen, I just want nothing to do with you. Sexual harassment. That's it. It's over. If that doesn't turn them off, then I would 100% go the legal route. That's what I would do if I were you. 100%.
Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome, Jessica. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully, I answered your question. It was an absolute pleasure seeing you, and
Nice. You too.
I will see you later. All right.
All right.
All right. So that was Jessica. Very nice. We're doing pretty good here. How's the show so far? Should I spruce it up a little bit? Maybe take my shirt off. Bree, how you digging this? Are you digging it? You're digging it. So if somebody else wants to come in, Sean wanted to come in. So let's just go ahead and grab Sean up, see what he's got. Sean, stand by 1 second. I will send you the link right here. There you go. Talk to me. Here you go. You're just going to have to give them the firm no. If anybody's in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, like Jessica was just saying, whether or not you have doubts about the relationship is a little bit different. But if you are 100% firm in saying, look, I don't want anything to do with this relationship, I hate to go the legal route. And this is not something that I would say. I'm just saying to you guys now, I would, in fact, push that legal route. I would go that route. Because if I can't get rid of you, this is how stalkers become to be a thing. Sean, check Discord. I sent you a message, brother, so you can join. I can't email you while I'm here because I'd have to click click the email, copy and paste it, and I already have the link to join. So it's never a good thing is when somebody continues to push their way into your life if you don't want them there. It's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. It never ends up well, and it's not going to be a good thing. Okay, so Sean, here we go. So let me add you to the right, Sean. All right, hello, Mr. Bearded Man. What do you got? What do you say? What do you do?
Oh, what's going on, Jay?
Brother?
Not a lot, man. Just got off work, pulling a 12-hour shift in a truck.
Okay.
So my issue, and I was gonna see if possible if Bree could give a point of view as well, maybe, but we'll go from here.
Okay.
I'm kind of at a point in my life where I'm looking to settle down a little bit and not be crazy anymore. And I'm having a hard time either one, finding a good woman that wants to stick around, or I find a crazy one that I find out way too late. So what do you got?
So your issue is finding a woman, right? So you're always on the road. How often are you on the road?
I'm on the road every day of the week. I only have one night every other week that I'm in a hotel. I run a day cab semi. I start at anywhere from 2 to 4 a.m. and then get off anywhere from 3 to 6 p.m.
Ooh. Let me see if Bree wants to chime in on this. Brady, would you like to chime in on this? He needs help finding a lady. What would you recommend? She's got nothing. So Bree's got nothing. Okay. Well, let me give you my recommendation. That's going to be tough, man, as a trucker, because you're always on the road, right? I've always wondered the question as how someone could, especially being a truck driver, be in a relationship that is serious with someone, especially considering if they don't want to go in the truck rides with you all the time, right? So that means a less time, especially now you go from state to state to state, or are you just kind of a local truck driver?
I'm local, so I live in Wichita, Kansas, and I leave Wichita every morning and then I come back every night, except for one overnight run. I typically do anywhere from 400 to 600 miles in a day.
So, oh man, see the issue you have here is even if you were to find a woman, right? Well, you're saying that you find women. It's just a matter of, you said keeping them versus crazy or not keeping them. What was the issue again? I'm sorry.
So I either find ones that are really crazy and it makes it super awkward, or I get used a lot because I have a very big heart and I want to give to people, or I get friend zoned very, very quickly. So,
well, I could tell you just by looking at you, just by looking at your face, that you're an attractive man. I feel that if you shaved your beard, you would look a lot less like Rip Trippers and look like a human being. But it's.
I got that baby face though,
yeah,
man.
You do. So how old are you?
28.
20. You're still young. You're still young. So are you looking for someone to settle down with, or are you just looking for a relationship? Or are you just trying to get your fuck on? Like which one of those three are you in the bracket of?
I'm looking to settle down. Like, I'm not looking to marry somebody in 3 months, but I want to start building something.
Sure. You want to start building a relationship, get the ball rolling, be happy, settle down. I get it.
Yep.
Now, do you plan on making the rest of your career driving trucks?
No.
Okay.
I've got something in the works right now that's kind of out there that I need to spend a lot of time on to try and make it work. But I would be able to travel the country if I wanted to and basically play with toy cars as a career if I can get it going.
Well, hold on, let's backtrack. When you're saying toy cars, are you talking about like Micro Machines and Mattels? Or are you talking
what's behind my head if you can see it?
Okay, so like RC cars, like remote control
Yes,
cars.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are we talking about nitro or are we talking about battery? What is that? Looks like battery. That looks like a battery tray?
No, that one right there is actually a nitro. I've got it torn apart. The white body right there. Is
that an HPI?
Nope, that's Techno.
Okay. So So what? Let me tell you this: the issue you're going to have, number one, right now, is finding a relationship because you travel so much. Right? You're always on the road, and the amount of hours that you work, which in turn means you make good money. Right? So you making good money is, I hate to say this, but this is real life scenario. You making good money will always attract women. Whether or not it's the type of woman you want to settle down with, that's a different story in itself, right? Because
Right.
right, and that's what you're going to run into. So, and you may even find women that you find are way out of your league because you have money. They're now in your league, right? And that's just, some people look at that as a bonus. Other people look at that like a all right. Like nobody wants to be broke. Everybody wants to be money, but nobody wants the responsibilities of having money, right? They just they just want to have it at their will. Okay, so
Right.
what I would recommend for you. This is tough. It's tough because I would honestly, my recommendation would be to go on these dating sites. I, not any specific one because I don't have experience with them, but I find that if you found someone that, and I'm not trying to be insulting at all here, I'm trying to be as professional as possible. I don't know that I would find a woman that does what I do in your field. You understand? I don't know
Right.
that I would look for a female truck driver to be my companion for a lot of reasons. I find that they're not going to be the most attractive. That's me because I'm an aesthetic individual. You have to be visually appealing to me. Whatever.
Right.
Just like vape stuff or anything else, it has to be sexy, right? Now, again, this is mine, not yours. So, are you attracted to like more, like, what are you attracted to? Why don't we start there? Let's.
I mean, I don't like a beanpole, but
Right.
you
So
know,
you want a
I
little meat on the bones? You want like a broccoli type
yeah,
of girl? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, mm, is there a is there a plenty of trucks type of site, like where it's like instead of plenty of fish, it's just like a bunch of trucker women that like guys that drive trucks. I'm being serious. I
To be
don't like.
honest, I have never looked. A couple years ago, I tried the farmers only thing because I'm kind of a country boy as well,
Okay,
and
I
I've
know
tried
about
plenty of
that.
fish.
Okay. Yep.
Um, and the last woman I got with off of that site royally screwed me over and messed me up. So I kind of want to avoid that if possible.
When you say mess you up, can you be a little bit? I don't want to drag out each segment here, but can you just? I'm more interested into the what did they do to mess you up? Like what happened? Did she give you an STD?
Used me.
You got the
Oh
wart?
no, no,
Okay.
no, no. No, used me financially, and also lied about a child, and really just kind of screwed me up emotionally when it comes to having trust issues now, which
Okay.
is something I didn't really have in the past.
Sure.
So,
Have you had good success with women before you were a truck driver?
I mean, I honestly can't say because I've been a truck driver since I was 11 years old. My dad put me in a truck super young. He
Mm.
was friends with all the cops, and he had buddies that had trucks. So I've been behind the wheel for as long as I can remember.
So okay,
Um,
I understand. It's
and
hard. It really is, Sean. It's. I hate to interrupt you, but it's very hard to give a recommendation in that because I legitimately I guess what I would do is I would go places where women would be, but I wouldn't, as much as we would love a woman to dress sexy all the time and have the boobs popping out. That's not someone you want to settle down with. Like that's not. I'm not saying that there's not women out there that dress like that are not worth settling down with. It just, again, me as a person is not somebody that I would look at. Like I wouldn't go to a bar to find a woman that I want to settle down with. You understand?
right,
I would hopefully just run into somebody that sounds like you're sucking on a vacuum. I would hope to run into somebody that I would find attractive and try to kick it off. And I think what really stems there is confidence. You have to be confident in yourself, no matter how you look, no matter how you feel about yourself. You have to. believe in yourself. Wow, I could really get her number. Wow, I could really get in her panties. Like you, and I know that sounds weird, but confidence is key. Women are more prone to be attracted to men of power, of money, and of confidence. And you could get away with only one of those. You could get away with money and get all the women in the world. Now, they may not, none of those may attract the best of women, but if you have one of those values, I promise you that, and I speak from experience here, that you will be able to land a woman, to settle down with one. It's just the only problem I have is giving you a definitive answer that will give you the answer to help you find a woman. If the best thing that I could give you, I know people use the Tinder apps, the swipe right if you like, and then nope, that's not it.
That is it.
That's it. Swipe right if you like. Don't ask me how I know that. I think because I spent too much time on Grinder. I thought it was really weird when it was a bunch of dudes. Then I realized I just spelled it wrong. But the idea is really finding somebody is going to be difficult, man. I know this sounds weird, but I know you go to a lot of truck stops, right? You get gas. Be on the lookout, man. Be on the lookout for somebody that you find when people say that they're attracted to somebody for the comedy that they have or their heart is filled with joy. Nobody ever walks up to somebody randomly and be like, oh my God, I think you're so funny. Like, no, you walk up to somebody because you're attracted to them. That is the way that it is. So you find something to just have that confidence, Sean. Just when you go to these truck stops, look for women. Look, there might be a woman getting gas. I would avoid.
You gotta be careful with them lot lizards, though,
I'm
man.
not saying a lot lizard. Don't stay away from that. Look, if you got to pay to play, it's not worth playing. You understand what I'm saying? Like if
Right.
you have to pay to get a BJ, you probably don't want to be with that woman. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That's the best advice I have for you, Sean. I wish I could give you a more definitive answer, but that's the best that I have, brother. I hope that is good enough.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
And before I go, I'm vaping on the Jenna, by the way,
That's what
on
I'm
the
talking.
Rebel.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. Thank you, Sean, for coming by, brother. You take it easy, and I hope you find yourself a real sexy woman. Stay beautiful.
Thank you, buddy.
Keep that beard trimmed. All right.
But right now, he doesn't have time for a woman. If he's only home early in the morning and late at night, he needs to work less.
Yeah. Then that is a good synopsis. Is if you are working so much, right, and you're having an issue finding somebody, then you kind of have to weigh the pros and the cons here. Do you want to continue to work and make this money, fill up your bank account, which is going to feel fantastic, but at the end of the night, who do you have to spend that money with? You're laying in a bed, and I'm not saying to be sad, but you want to be able to spend that wealth or share that wealth with someone else that is special to you, to where they'll always remember it. UPS, where they'll always remember it, or whatever. If it just makes you happy, you need somebody to share that with, and sometimes you have to take away from the things that bring you wealth, that bring you money, and even bring you happiness to find more happiness somewhere else. There's a reason why someone spends multiple years with somebody, and then when they find somebody else that makes them happier, and then they roll with that, which some people could argue and say that's unfair, but reality, that person was just trying to find somebody else that made them happier than what they are, because they're miserable. So same thing. You wanna find somebody, so maybe spend less time working and spend more time worrying about how you get to that goal. Not where you're at right now, but where you want to go. Have kind of a 5-year plan. Now, that's kind of a long time. Maybe a 1-year plan. Set up a date. So we're going to take one more call. I want to run this for an hour. So if there's somebody else that would like to share some of their issues, hopefully you got something a little bit groundbreaking here. But if not, you want to call in and tell me your scenario, and I'll try to come up with the best idea that I can for you. So once again, if you want to get on the show, just go ahead and shoot me a message on Discord, on Facebook, on email, jhayes@icloud.com. I will send you a link, and then you could join up and tell me all about your problems, and we'll try to figure it out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. This is a new thing where we're calling this the experiment, as it is, which is kind of like a radio show or a little bit of a talk scenario. We actually have 200 people in here, which is quite fascinating, which tells me that maybe my whole direction of doing vape reviews was all wrong. Maybe I was designed to be on a radio show where I could just talk to myself and maybe have a guest and we could just talk. Maybe even have a little microphone for Bree so she could chime in and put some of her messages. But again, if you guys do have something you want to put in, just go ahead and send me a message. But yeah, this is good. This is fun. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yeah, if there's someone that could call in, if you do have a relationship situation, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that have relationship situations, but it's always good to mix it up. Again, if you want to be on a future show, I'm sure that I will set time and dates for these. I'm getting messages. I will set time and dates for these, and then we'll set these up and we'll do little live jammies. Maybe even do some clips. Um, we'll figure it out. But if you have a message, just go ahead and send one. We'll go ahead and take the next person here. Okay. Stand by 1 second, guys. I think so too. Okay. Well, we're gonna do another relationship one. This one here is we're gonna do another relationship. I know some people don't want to hear about relationships. That's fine. I suggest you leave, but this is how it's gonna go down. I need the guests right now, so I'm just gonna kind of put on anybody that wants to come on and tell me some of their situations. Maybe in the future, if you have an update to your situation, like let's just say Sean finds himself a lady friend, and they're making out and they want to send some pictures, or even write in a letter and we'll cover that, or I'll cover that. No, there's not a word here. I'll cover that and we'll discuss that a little bit further. So let's just go ahead and take the next call. This is from Tracy. Tracy is chiming in. Go ahead, Tracy. What is going on, brother? Talk to me. You're on the realist. What do you got? Remember, try to keep it as not PG as possible, but you don't need to rigorously curse. What's going on?
All right. So I'd say over the weekend, my wife went through a lot of crap with a lawyer and stuff. She's trying to be a surrogate,
Okay.
and they wanted her to send some files through a PDF, and none of us could figure it out. And she was getting stressed and stressed and stressed. And she was at her breaking point, and I understood that. So, I gave her space. Well, I was getting off work, and she asked me to pick up dinner for her. And I always get it. If I say I'm going to do it, 9 times out of 10, I do it. And the one time I screw this up on the worst day that she's had in years. And I'm at my brother's. I don't have service. And I don't tell her, hey, I'm going to stay here and help. And 9 o'clock rolls around and she didn't talk to me for like 2 days.
Wow. Now, okay.
And
Okay. Now, wait. Is this is your wife or this is your girlfriend? This is your wife.
technically, she's my girlfriend. We're not married yet, but we will be.
How long have you been in a relationship together?
7 years.
Wow. And she held you up for 2 days.
That's what I said.
Yeah. What state? This would be good if Bree had a microphone. But what state are you in? Just out of curiosity.
I'm down here in Florida by Daytona.
Okay. So is that a common? That's not a Commonwealth state, right? So you're not by years. What I mean by that is by years.
Oh, no.
She defaulted your wife. Okay, that's good. That's a good thing. So, all right. So 2 days. So you guys, I guess, speak all the time. All the time, right? Like every day.
Yeah, I mean, when we go to work, we text each other. I'm at work.
Okay.
If we're on my way home, hey, I love you. I'm on my way home. I didn't hear nothing from her. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then she just, like I said, I've been with her for 7 years. I've known her for like 10. And she screenshotted our conversation to her little girlfriend. And they're getting a kick out of it because she said she texted her back or texted me back, no service, which is what I texted her to be a smartass.
Oh, okay. So you guys are playing a little game of phone fuckery. I get it. Okay.
I gave her space and I warned her. I said, look, I'll give you a day, to calm down, whatever.
Right.
But don't drag it out. Don't try to make a game out of this because I'm going to get pissed off. I'm going to get aggravated. And then you're going to see my asshole side.
Okay, well let's be real for a second. Do you have me playing in the background because I hear a loud volume?
For some reason it's playing on my phone.
Okay, are you running iOS and you have YouTube up? Okay, it makes it a little bit difficult because I hear myself. Wow, that is weird. But I would say that it went away. It's good to go now. Whatever you did, fix that. I will say this. I'm going to say this, Tracy, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a little wrong. I think it's wrong because you you ended up staying at your brother's house. You said right, but you didn't
Two
message her.
hours.
What say again? What happened?
Only for 2 hours. And then I came home, but I didn't bring dinner.
You didn't bring dinner, but you promised it.
Yes.
So who's really at fault?
I told her I was at fault because I didn't tell her that I was going to get busy and go not pick it up.
So what happened?
Well, the way she reacted after 7 years, she's not a kid. She's never acted like a teenager with the screenshots and
That isn't.
acting all.
It's childish. 100%. That's childish. Absolutely childish to take screenshots or pictures and especially share with your friends. I mean, like, what are we, 15 years old? That's corny. That's corny, childish antics. I do think that you are wrong 100% for not bringing the dinner because you promised that. Now, that's not saying that one wrong or I'm going to do it too just to get revenge or be vindictive. I think that that's childish. I think it's ridiculous. And to be honest with you, like with everything, everything goes away, right? You guys are going to laugh about this 6 months from now, make a joke about it. The fact that you've been together, though, for 7 years, and this is what you've amounted to, I don't want to say it would make me question the relationship, but it would definitely make me question the reasoning behind it. Why are we acting like a child about this? Okay, I fucked up. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's just say for future reference that there's no guarantee. Well, see, the problem is any promise you do at this point, that's going to be held over your head until that blows over. Remember that one time you didn't bring me dinner and you were hanging out for 2 hours and your service was disconnected with the quotes, like that's helping you at all. But you're both at fault. I specifically, I would say her for doing the screen. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. I so childish. If one could be outweighed, I'm not saying that it makes it better for your situation. I just think that it's childish. And I think honestly the best advice that I could give you is just play it off like whatever. We messed up. It is what it is. I'm not a big fan of, makeup sex or any of that. Just look. I don't know. If I was you, I think I'd go a little bit further than what I'm actually recommending. I would be pissed off. I'd be pissed.
I gave her, her little one day, and I told her several times, I'm gonna end up being an asshole. I'm trying to understand your situation. I'm trying to respect it that you were stressed, and I fucked up. But eventually, you need to calm down and stop acting like a kid, or I'm gonna be the same way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it literally took me to blow up and act like an asshole for her to realize, okay, it's time to calm down. Like I shouldn't have had to do that.
I agree 100%. I 100% agree with you. I do not think that there should be. I think as people, we want people to understand us, right? Like we want to be able to tell somebody, hey, this bothers me, and then that's kind of it. Okay, this bothers me. Or this bothers this person. I'm not going to do it. To continue to go on about it is antagonizing, and that's going to make you blow up. But we're only human. There's only so much there's only so much heat that people could take before they blow, and you hit that pinnacle. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I feel like I would react the same way you did with the screenshots. Like it's one thing you holding it against me, you being pissed off for a couple days. Okay, fine. You start sharing screenshots like we're in a brand new relationship and we made love on Instagram. That's where I'm gonna lose my mind. Like I'm going to get pissed off because it's childish, it's corny. But I don't want to say that you're wrong or you're right. I just think that the best thing to do at this point is just to let that simmer down and
blow over.
Yeah, just blow over. Just let it, let it be. If she continues with it, maybe you need to give her 2 days to okay, you know what? I ain't bringing you shit. I ain't bringing no crackers. I ain't bringing no hamburgers. Bitch gonna be hungry. And then that's it. You just
Hey, she's cooking me T-bone tonight, so I can't.
So there you go. So you're on the right track.
But I had to go buy it.
Yeah, well, that's all right. That's all right. I don't mind buying food if you're gonna make it for me. I do one part, you do the other half. That's what a relationship is. It's one works and the other. So that I think that's totally fine. Best advice I have for you, Tracy, is just to be calm, brother, And just remember that it doesn't get any better, it just gets worse. Just the best.
Well, let's hope it don't get worse.
She's gonna start posting the screenshots.
Right now, she's going to put them on Facebook and she's going to put them on Instagram and really put you on blast. And you're really going to fucking blow up.
My mom saw that.
When you
Right
wonder
now, I
where your
got your
hazer
uncle
went.
texting me. I got your uncle on the line telling me I shouldn't have. So, yeah, that's the best advice I have for you, brother. Thank you for coming on, Tracy. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
You got it, brother. I'll talk to you later. So yeah, let that be a lesson for you. If you're in a relationship, remember that it is both ways. As much as I may put on an act and tell you that, or not necessarily put on an act, be that very dominant figure that says it's all about the dude. I do agree with that. In a sense, I'm very old school, very traditional. But I do feel that you should be concerned about someone else's feelings. I just don't know if that other person that you care about should be sharing your feelings with other individuals. That makes it it's almost like a slap in the face. Is okay, truly, I did have no service. Why are you making a joke about it? Unless, of course, Tracy is known to be a liar, then, well, that's going to be held to his head, and that has nothing to do with me because I can't fix that. So we're going to take one more phone call. If there's someone else that has a phone or a video situation, hopefully not a relationship. I don't want to feel like Dr. Phil here, but the shoe fits, I'm going to wear it. So if you got something, go ahead and send me a message on one of the platforms, Discord, Facebook, Jay Hayes, official Jay Hayes. You can send a message there. Ooh, got a little bit of acid there, a little bit of indigestion. Ketchup was a bad choice.
I was worried about it.
I was worried about it too. So if you got a message, you want to hit me up, you want to get on the show, go ahead and send me a message and we'll see what we got.
You know what I think we should do?
What do you got?
I think we should call Tracy's girlfriend.
Get her side of the story.
Yeah.
All right. I'm down for it.
Have you ever noticed that in relationships with women, like one of the worst things is the women's friends?
Yes, are antagonizers, and they make
Yes.
things. Yes, I agree. They do, and I don't want to say that's necessarily a sexist thing, but what you'll find is women will do that. That's not something a dude may do that, but it wouldn't be as publicized as what a woman may re-bring that back up. You know, I talked to my friend Jeanette, and Jeanette said the same thing. She ain't feeling you either. Well, that's good because I ain't fucking Jeanette. I'm fucking you. So, same situation. It is that half road. If you're not going to at least meet halfway, do a 60-40. You could keep that screenshot, but don't send it to your friends. You get what I'm saying? So that's where it's at. So it looks like I got one more message. So we got. I could have swore I heard Discord go off. I got nothing. So is there nobody else on Discord? Instigators, absolutely. Yeah, Dylan, that might be a show that I could have is kind of, but the only problem I would have with that is that's turning into more of a Jerry Springer thing. Just letting them work their way out and then me kind of butting in. But you have to keep in mind that's not really the goal. The goal is for you to come on here. Now, if his wife wants to come on, she can come on and call up and then we'll hear her side of the story. And then I will also lose a hazer in the meantime of doing that. So I would not recommend that his wife contact me because I will take a side and it will be Tracy's because Tracy gives me money and his wife does not. So let that be a lesson for you if you're trying to get me to be your mediator or your moderator. That's not going to happen very well because I will always favor where the green is at. Sounds good.
On the flip of the coin, though, if she's applying to be a surrogate, if she's already on those hormones,
I totally forgot that.
She's
forgot about that.
crazy right now. She's on the hormones.
The Bree brings a valid point. I feel like if we had a microphone, it would have been good to pan it to Bree there. But that is a solid point. I did forget that whole surrogate thing. So the hormones, she's going to be very more hormonal, very argumentative, and there's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot. I don't know what that is. There's not a whole lot that you could do with that. You can't. With hormones. You don't want her to stop taking hormones because obviously that's what her goal is, to be a surrogate. You can't but help, but really support that because you're doing something that somebody else could not do. So you're going above and beyond. So maybe Tracy and I don't know. I still do not think that gives her a pass though to share the screenshots.
True.
As hormonal as one may be, I could see using the argument of being able to keep an argument rolling just for hormonal sake is a great argument. But once you start bringing in your friends in, that kind of goes out the window. So I guess the lesson of that situation is don't mess with the surrogate. That'll work.
Unless she's surrogating for her friend.
Yeah, unless her friend who she shared the screenshots with that could have possibly played a role. That's the actual, what is it called when you're the woman that does the donation?
You're the surrogate.
Right. So, but she's being the surrogate for her. So what would she be called?
The egg donor.
The surrogate her?
Well, maybe.
So the surrogate is the lady that carries the baby.
Correct.
What's the lady that gives the lady the eggs?
The egg donor.
There's got to be a better name than that. There's got to be a one-worder.
Future mommy.
No, it's got to be one word. Surrogatee. That would be the baby. I feel like there's a word for that person, though. Jay Hayes, I sent you an email to get on, jhayes@icloud.com. Let me go ahead and check that real quick. Ooh, why is that full screen? That's ugly. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Let me check these emails here.
The biological mother.
Okay. Okay. Oh, my. Okay. Vape Invader, that is a lot. We'll try to cover one of those things. Try not to go too far with this. I sent you the link, Vape Invader, so just go ahead and click that link there. That's a lot to cover. So we'll try to cover one of those at a time. Did we just lose Tracy there? It looks like I got an email. Oh, he sent me a message.
He really wants to get on.
She's not on them yet. Still in donor. Okay, I got it. I got it, Tracy. It's all right,
so
brother.
So she's just stressing. Someone said that they're the fertilizer.
The fertilizer. That's it. That's what the official name is. Let that be known. We'll put that on record right now on the Realist, that if you are the person that is donating the eggs, you are called the fertilizer, like you belong to a landscaping company.
The hormones might not sound like a crazy thing, but they're pumping like a surrogate mom with a significant amount of hormones to make her extremely fertile, so they don't have to spend more money on her next month. Like, they're trying to get this done now.
Do you know how much easier this would be if we had a panel and I could just pan that over to you so you could talk and I could just pick quick?
You want to pick your nose?
I don't want to pick my nose. So we're going to take another phone call here. This is joining us on the right here. We have Vape Invader, who is, I believe, an old school follower of the other channel. I remember you very well. So he has issues that he wants to discuss with us. Go ahead, and you know the deal. Keep it real. Tell us what you got, brother.
Well, main thing to discuss probably. I'm from UK anyway, so long time watch, like you say. I have split personality disorder, Aspergers, which is a form of autism. And also anxiety and depression. So linking into the other person on before, the one that I struggle with the most is split personality disorder. Basically, all my life I've suffered with really bad anger, like quite aggressive anger, and didn't really know how to deal with that. When my daughter got diagnosed with the Aspergers, I went and got diagnosed. They found that. That sent me for therapy. I went for therapy, sat down in a therapy session. Literally, it were EMDR, so like electric magnetic pulse, so they shock you. Basically, it makes you remember stuff that you don't necessarily want to remember. There's some memories that were suppressed that I've not remembered for a long time. Found out something pretty bad happened when I was younger. You can gather where that's going. And that kind of set me up for many, many sessions over the year. They found that it was split personality disorder. So now I've kind of found out where that anger comes from. I've actually got 3 personalities, like what they call the apparent normal me, then you've got the aggressive side, and then a childlike side that'll do stupid shit like run around a supermarket dancing and singing and acting like a child.
Right.
The child side I can deal with. You know, it's a bit of fun. My daughter loves it. My son loves it. They think it's fine. It's a laugh. But the aggression, it's bad. Couple of months ago, obviously, you know, we're all in lockdown. Just before lockdown, I went out and I got kind of sidelined. I'd meant to be seen where I was with a friend. They parked up. Didn't realise where I was. Walking along, I had an episode. Looking at my phone, I'm panicking. All of a sudden, I had this horn popping. I'm in the middle of the road. There's a car. There's a dude pressing his on. I'm in way. It's my fault. I tried to pull him out of the car by the scruff of his neck. Wanted to pound him. Started kicking off, losing my temper. Next thing I know, I come round. I'm on the floor. I've had a massive panic attack. Pissed myself. Went home. Calmed down. Luckily, a friend of mine had noticed the company on the car. I rung him up and apologised. Offered to go down and see the gentleman. He said, no, it's fine. Phone call's fine. Don't come down. I'm guessing I scared him a little bit, which I don't like. I'm a big dude. You know, I'm pretty burly, well-sized. I don't want to come across aggressive. But when I switch like that, it's like a curtain. And then I just don't know what's going off. And then I come round and people say, you've said this, you've done that. And I don't remember. And that aggression's the side that I really struggle with. I now can't have therapy for another year because you need to have time for your mental state to get back to some normality before you can go to therapy again.
Sure.
And I'm on propanol, which is what they give heart attack patients. They normally give an heart attack patient 20 milligram twice a day. I'm on 80 twice a day.
Wow.
So keeps me like this kind of level.
Right.
But when I switch, it all goes out the window. I just don't know what I'm doing, what I'm saying.
So with all the medication, so you're on. So the medication that you're on is just basically for to keep you more calm and relaxed, like an antipsychotic, if you will, right?
Yeah.
So
Flatline.
so what happens? And hopefully you don't do this. So what happens if you miss that or you don't take that medicine? Do you find that do you find it to be
Instead of something like this big that sets me off, it can be something this big that sets me off.
and it's always aggression, it's always pissed off, it's not depressed, it's always angry?
If the other side comes out, the childlike side, I can end up massive panic attack, collapse, lose my bodily fluid, shake, cry, have anxiety attacks, don't know where I am, loads of people around me, don't really like crowds, start panicking, shaking, and then just like I don't cry at all. I'm old school me. I don't do tears. But when that happens,
don't give me that. Go ahead.
Well, usually, unless it's my kids, you know what I mean, man. If it's my kids, then yeah.
Right. No, I understand.
When that happens,
I get it.
floods of tears, absolutely floods of tears, shaking, don't know where I am, disorientated. So, I mean, I'd rather that. I'd rather look like that and be crying and upset than the aggression. But I don't seem to have any way of controlling it. It's hard to explain the way it is. Like, since having therapy, I kind of see it as like a curtain, and it's like one person comes out, one person goes behind the curtain. Sometimes there's a little window and I can see what's going off and I can intervene if it goes too far. Sometimes that curtain's just solid. I don't know what's going on. When I come back, someone's like, you've said this, you've done this, you said something really nasty, and then it's all me trying to apologise then. Right. You can only apologise so much to people, and then people just going to think you're an asshole, and I'm really not.
See the issue is with your situation, right? It's not something that really you can control, right? Yours is more of a medical diagnosis, right? It's difficult in your situation. I don't know if you just wanted to share that or if you wanted my advice, but I think with your situation, it makes it almost excusable because there is nothing you can do aside from taking medicine to regulate that to become, in society's terms, normal or what everybody else is. But I feel that everybody else out there, and I'm not in no shape or form trying to demoralize or demean your situation, I think everybody has some type of bipolar disorder, not so much the triple personality, which you're talking about, to where they can be angry or upset on the fly, depending on the situation. Yours is just randomly when it happens. And you know, look, I can't, my heart goes out to you. It does. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the crying thing because I am all for emotions. I think that you may take this a different way, but I find that British people are more, I don't want to say, you're more your typical type of male, the tough kind
I agree.
with not to where you don't have emotion, but you don't really want to expose that. You don't want to
Yeah.
let people know you have emotion. I'm very aware of that, and that whole UK mindset. I
Yeah.
While me on the other hand, I have no problem showing emotion. Now, who I show it to is a different story. I don't know, man. I it's tough because with the medical, I would
It's
just
less,
keep taking the medicine. Plus, you said you got kids, right? You got kids,
yeah.
and they don't have
It's
any.
less how I feel that's so bad. It's the fear of going out because of what might happen. That like kind of that aggression, fear of what could happen, what I could say, that makes me not want to go out. But yeah, I have two beautiful kids. One's 18, just graduated to be a electrician. My daughter's transgender, which she's watched some of your channels when you've had the chats and had people on, and it's been great. I mean, don't get
Okay.
me wrong, I said I don't cry, but when I saw you cry, when everything that went off, and I've seen you emotional. Yeah, it gets to you, bro. You feel it here,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
but like in public outside,
Oh yeah. No, no. I
it's
agree.
difficult.
I 100% agree with that. 100%. Yeah, man. So with as far as what you were saying about the Aspergers, right, and you
Yeah,
said autism as well.
yeah. The Aspergers, it's a form of autism. It used to be on the scale, but now they've kind of just all merged it into one.
Okay. Wow. And you
But
you
then
only take one medicine for all of that, or do you take multiple medicines for all?
there's not really anything in UK that they give you for being autistic because I'm high functioning. But the autistic side is they say that you can't show empathy, and I say that's bullshit. What you do is you find another way around. Like you think of it like a car park with cars. Your car park's full. You throw away the ones that are no good. You keep the ones that are. When you're
Right.
wanting to get from A to B, sometimes I have to go to D before I get to where I want to be. But
Sure.
I still get there. So I can think like if I didn't like your shirt, for instance, which I do by the way, but if I didn't, rather than saying, "Oh, I don't like your shirt," I'd be like, "What would I think if Jason didn't like my shirt? Oh, I won't like that. Right. Well, I'm not going to say that then." So it takes me a bit longer, but you can get there.
Longer thought process.
So
Right. Right. Right.
I've coped with that for years. It's that fear of if I get aggressive and I say something nasty, it's never physical. Very, very rarely. It has been, like I said, with the gentleman, but usually it's like verbal and it's shouting or being aggressive or saying something not nice. And then afterwards, I feel like an absolute shit because that's not me. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, it's part of me.
Right. So when you
Right.
go out and you have these episodes, are you typically alone? Like you don't have any friends that go out with you to help you kind of
It's worse.
stabilize you?
It's worse if I go out alone, so I try not to. I normally go out with my daughter, my son, friends. So if I'm out, or my partner, if I'm out with like my daughter, it very rarely ever happens. It's like there's a mindset in me that knows I need to protect her. I need to stay calm. There
Okay.
has been on occasion, but it's usually if she gets upset, then I
Right.
get annoyed. But it's just that random of I need to go to the shop, I need to pick some up. Don't want to have to keep calling friends up. Can you come and
Right.
take me? Or you
Right.
know what I mean? It's that fear of if I go out, what would happen? I mean, like a local supermarket, they know about it. They've been told about it. There was a young lady in there. She's only like 5 foot, really beautiful young lass, helpful as anything. She works there. Big 6 foot odd bloke decided he was going to get in her face, start screaming at her, made her cry. So I said, tell you what, why don't we go outside? I lost my temper. Security come over, went to like grab on me. Woman says, no, no, he helped, he helped. So then I had to go in the back office with the manager and say, look, this is what's wrong with me. I said, remember your staff, and that was it. There was no way. I don't believe in abusing a woman in that way. Do you know what I mean? I was brought up that
Sure.
you always showed respect. That's someone's mother,
Absolutely.
someone's daughter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100% agree. 100% agree.
So that I didn't regret. What I regret is if I go out and say something not nice, or say something inappropriate to someone, and then afterwards I feel really bad, and then you think the anxiety kicks in. How do I put that right? Do I not see that person ever again? And you lose a lot of friendships that way. So
Oh,
it's that
sure.
fear of going out. The fear of going out. That's probably the thing that's the most hard for me.
Yeah, honestly, I would recommend, man. Just it's tough. It's tough because this is a medical diagnosis.
Yeah,
This isn't. It's not like the original conversation with the anxiety.
yeah,
It's not like that. This is literally a diagnosis that's very difficult for me to touch. But I want to thank you for coming on, Vape Invader. I want to thank you for
yeah.
sharing your story with us. For those that can relate with your situation, the only advice I'd really give you is just stay on the medicine and just keep the ones that you love close. Keep your enemies closer, right? So you can predict what they're doing.
Yeah. This is why I love watching the channel, mate. Like I say, I've been watching you since near enough day one.
No, I
We went
remember
through
you.
all
I
that.
remember you. Yep. I know
Well,
who you
we're
are.
all that debacle with all the backstabbing and everything, and people just they don't realize that if you can connect with someone online that you don't know in person and actually trust someone and be close with someone, rather than just trying to get where you want to be and get what you want out of people. That's another thing that triggers me. It's like there's no trust and respect. There was very few of it now.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree.
But I
Well,
appreciate you having me on. I really do.
absolutely, brother, and thank you for coming on and sharing your story. You take care of yourself. All right,
You
man.
too, and stay safe, brother. Yeah.
All right, brother. Yeah, so that was the show, guys. I hope that everybody enjoyed this. I know it was a little bit different, all off the cuff. Nothing was scripted. Again, if you want to tell your story in the future, you need some advice, I'll do my best to help you out. I can't promise you that it's going to be accurate or that it's going to work. I'm just going to give you my advice as to what I would do if I was in your situation. Obviously, if you have something medical, that's a tough one. That's a gray area. But if you want to come on, share your story, then absolutely, by no means am I holding you back. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you for those that became a member or the ones that have been a member for a long time. I haven't put any content out. I promise you I will keep up on this, whether it's once a week, 2 times a week. We'll continue to do this show because I feel like this will help some people out on getting some things that are off of their chest. Other than that, thank you all for showing up. Hopefully everybody had a good time. And you guys stay beautiful. And remember, somebody loves you. Wrong show, but it's probably not me.